FXBros.
Back live. Good morning. Tuesday morning on the 27th. And just like we thought, the DAX has made a new high. Crazy. Just blew past 24,000. I'm at 24,250. I don't know. Besides that pullback it did, DAX started like gold. And I know people not liking that pullback. Daily at least. I started yesterday at 5 on Monday, which is right here. No, Sunday, Monday. Well, did create double bottom. Didn't fill any of these caps in, but that filled it in. Now we're attacking these lows. If we get a bullish engulfing on the 4 hour, we got 2 more hours left. It might be a decent buy. We got clean traffic to the left. Got some liquidity up here. So it might not be a bad idea. This oh no, I got this payoff. That's what need to be at the Fibs. Take this payoff. Fibs, ticks. That's pretty much all I use. So yeah, looks like we can do a little push. Right on. See, I'm probably having the buys. So as we take out this high on the hour, you already got your engulfing. You already got your pullback, your sweep. As soon as this start taking out 3303, I'll have them buys on gold. Or if you want to be risky, just go and get in now. Hopefully, the market should stay above 32.92. The lower this wick up, because we already swept it here. So not to have this as a low, but at least up in here, 32.92. Gold looks good. DAX on the 1 hour, I already got a bullish engulfing on that high. I guess that was a new high of the year. No. 330. So 233. So that's candle. Yeah, but it's still in. Yeah. 430. So this hour, 430, 330, 430. All right. That's a 430. Whatever this morning. Early this morning, we broke the high. Traded back down. And some weak candles, and now we got a bullish engulfing at 9:30 in the morning. DAX is unrelentless. I guess it wasn't supposed to pull back. It wasn't supposed to pull back all the way to 24K. But the only thing I want to look at is the fact that we had this minor sell-off on the 1 hour. That's probably not going to hold too much weight. The only thing is the fact that this 4 hour broke the high, so this 4 hour needs to close bullish for us to stay in the trajectory. We do have 21 minutes left, so we could see a pullback if, and it's a strong if. I highly doubt this because just the way that it already kind of happened right here. All right. Sell-off is very strong, but as you can see, they got eaten up with this move right here. Not the strongest. I mean, this was 4 candles. This took a while, but it built structure though. This wasn't no structure. None of this was structure. This, but it broke structure here, and we broke structure here, and now we're breaking here. For this to be a fake out, we would need this hour to just eat up everything the previous hour did. So it would have to close at 21. I mean, 24,200. Or even more so, 24.19. They would have to close down there, and then it would be good for sales. Like this would be considered a fake out. But like I said, we got 20 minutes left, so I don't think that's gonna happen. And this is on a DEX. I thought this was gold. That's crazy. DEX looking like gold. Let's see what the dollar is doing. Dollar's pushing higher. We need to see how far high we go. We just met a resistance just now. So I'm gonna take a look at AU in a little bit and see where we at. By the looks of it, I know AU is selling off. I am in sales. But the dollar pushing bullish is kind of look like it's running out of steam. This is the 4 hour. We do have roughly a whole 4 hour candle to go. So this just opened. And this candle sold out but closed bullish. For the first, like the first 15 minutes is really indecisive. Like I'm so struggling to break through. Just like it rejected it here, sold all the way out to damn it, engulfed this, but then it closed bullish. So that was the last fight of the bulls. So one thing that's true, the bears don't have much to engulf. It don't take much to engulf this bullish move right here. So we basically just need to trade down to 99.4. And then we got a wick to fill if we sell off, and that would be the bias that we're looking for AU, because we're selling off heavy, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. And as you can see, any place on the chart where we rejected at was 50% of the previous weekly range. We got previous weekly high, and we got previous weekly low. Trump. The one candle we ran all at. So we ran up to this trend line, broke it, closed above the Trump inauguration low, and then traded back below it with this next 4 hour. It closed right below that low and sold out with no wicks. Right. Bullish engulfing on the 4 hour, but still indecision. And then we get confirmation on the indecision with the sell out. Nice pullback to scare traders out of their position and get them on that they was waiting to break the low. Let's see how many pips there was on the drawdown. Was that 8, 9 pips? Oh, not that much. But you sit in and profit 42 pips. I don't know what I got. I do know my buy entry is coming up though. As you can see here, I got a buy entry down there. I'm waiting to get filled. But the pips I have currently on this position, 67. 67 pips in profit. Like I said, I do have a buy entry that I'm probably going to move down a little bit. Just to get it, go to 64.20. So we're going to mark that on the charts that I have a buy entry waiting at 64.20, which is right here. And we put the stops right here. And then clean traffic. And go all the way up here. 112. That's right. Sound like you're trying to write me a note. What's up? You can tell it to me.
Oh, I thought you.
Unless if it's like nasty. So.
Okay. No.
You don't have a plug. It's dual C type. I've been wanting to use that around the house, but I don't use it on my computer.
Yeah, she only has to watch the kids for a couple of hours.
Okay.
So she could get herself together. And I figured it would be a good time to take her to the pool for a couple of hours. Would you want to care about me since I can't swim?
Why she here watching him? gonna get in the water though.
Huh?
I probably ain't gonna get in the water. I mean, I'll be around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just chill out.
Yeah.
You might not be able to get in the water either.
Why not?
Because,
It's hot.
you too quiet.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah, I was actually looking for this buy. I had this trade sitting there since here. This indecisive candle that traded down because it looked as if it was going to go. So if we look at it from here, we can see my reasoning. Even though this was kind of settling at a support right here, I kind of thought the highs were getting swept. This is my regular expressing with a bearish engulfing. Get another engulfing right here. The only thing though, we didn't make a new low. That's how you know we're going lower. Lower highs, lower lows. That didn't happen. And this wasn't a lower high. So that didn't happen. And once I saw this candle, even though it broke the high, I don't know what happened first on this fall. Did the high break or did the low break? But in certain instances, in one instance, this candle was engulfing the other. And we can take a look at that on the 1 hour. This is Friday at 5 a.m. So the 4 a.m. candle to 8 a.m. But on here's the 5 to 9. So let's look at 5 to 9 on Friday. Let's see, it's Sunday. Bam, I already know what it's going to look like. So this is the 5. So we did sweep the upside first. And then we sold off right here. Kept trading down when we closed up. So the 1 hour would have kept you out. You know, this would have got you in if you was an anxious trader. This sell off right here would have got you in. You could have, maybe that was too tight for the close, breaking this low. Would have got you in. And you could have traded, who knows, maybe to this area. Got 13 pips. The full move was 22 pips. But we didn't know what the full move was going to be. But looking at structure, 13 pips, that ain't really a strong move. So you really would have to wait for that, see what it's going to do. But definitely, it did not set up for a continuation for sales. So we're looking at it on the 4 hour. So it's this right here. That didn't set up for sales. So the market wanted to go higher. This was Friday. And as you can see, Friday actually closed and gave us the high of the previous week. Because this was Wednesday of the week before. So if we look at the previous week, it started right here on Sunday. Created a low, previous weekly low. Mid-range, 50% of the previous. And then on Friday, the end of Friday, we created a high. So yes, it was extremely easy for us to break the previous weekly high and probably be more leaning to sales, especially with all these levels we got to break through. Like I said, Trump inauguration low, this green line. Then we have this trend line on the daily, and I'll show you that we broke through. We've been actually breaking down to this lower trend line, fighting through it, and now we actually broke back up and touched it. So if I look at the daily, you'll see it a little better. You see the trend line, I'm going to change this color. This color's not good. So this is like purple. So this is like purple. That blue ain't no better. That purple ain't no better. So you see the trend line we were following. This top one is not as smooth as it could be. The bottom is lining up, so the bears are respecting this trend line with the bulls that we were bouncing a good bullish, bouncing a good bullish, bouncing a good bullish, and then it just failed right here. The end of the year, December. That allowed us to take sweep the low of the previous 2 years. This is 2020, so previous 2021, 3 years. So we swept the previous 3 years, not only once but twice, 3 times. Did it in January, did it in February, and then we did it on the famous April 8th, April 9th, 7th sell-off of the tariff moves. Since then, we've been pushing bullish, not as strong as the sell-off and the bullish push, but as soon as we got to that area to break through, you see we've been struggling. Had a pop out, then we came back, struggled a little bit, popped out, now we're coming back in. I think this sell-off should, this daily, this current day, should touch the bottom of this trend line. You know, we rejected it previous day, rejected up here. This next one should come all the way down at least to 64.25. So I say we got another about 12, 13 pips until we get down to these lows. Yeah, and like I said, I got buys right here, right up under that trend line, just to see how we react to that. I'm gonna get out quick if we test these lows right here on the daily. If we test them lows right there. There we go. I can see it. Okay. So yeah, if we take out these lows, then I'll probably get out of those buys. But as long as this trend line holds, like if we touch it, great. But if this trend line holds, I can expect if the daily holds right here, started trading back up, and then we sweep that area, it could get me in on buys. That's what the scenario I'm looking at. But depending on the strength of these sales, you know, who knows, we could go as far as we want to. We still got a shitload of liquidity down here at 63.60. That hadn't been swept yet. So we still got that. We still got that. Let's see. Tap in. Good. Tap in. Yeah, a little late than normal than we usually go on live, but I was right behind time. Being that we missed Sunday. I ain't gonna keep missing too many days, you know what I mean? Because the market don't care about what the hell you're going through. But it's still gonna make moves. And it's still gonna make opportunities for you to further your transition out of whatever current way you're making a life for yourself. Because it's probably not the way you really want to. That's the only reason why niggas get in trading. Not because it's fun and it's cool. That turned into it, but overall, it's for some sort of retirement, to be real. Nigga would love to retire and sit on the beach and trade, even though ain't nobody trading on no damn beach. You enjoying the beach on the beach. These ass niggas. Now, if you got a condo on the beach and you got a balcony with a nice breeze and a nice shade, yeah, I can see you trading out there. But trading on the beach, yeah, ain't nobody bringing my laptop on the beach. The glare gonna mess up your screen. You can't even see the charts that good. So yeah, it's too many distractions. Too many distractions. Trading on the beaches, like trading while you're watching your nieces and nephews. Like, can't do it. It's too many distractions. Somebody gonna break something, and then you got to break your concentration, and you might have to break somebody's ass. But that's a whole another story. That's a whole other story. We're looking at some of these other currencies. Like I said, we're still in sales on AU. Gold did pull back, waiting on the 4 hour bullish engulfing on gold. We got an hour and a half. AUD. Always drawing a trend line on this 4 hour. I guess I could go wick to wick. We got that going on. That going on. Like we do have another little situation. Another little trend on a 4 hour. This one is more of a bullish. You can see, I guess the amount of other ones bearish. This is more of a bullish kind of trajectory. Being that we're going up instead of down, but I get yeah, I don't want to raise. It's a flag path. A wedge, flag, not a flag. Flag is like this, I think. It's like you got markets going up like this. They call them flags, I think. I know they got pennant flag pattern, flag wedge pattern, different kind of channels, and the market just going up and you might break out, all kind of shit. But these are dope. Learning your patterns is dope. Because you see them all the time. You can trade them, they are tradable. People came out with the patterns and recognized them for a reason, because humans typically have habit of doing the same shit, especially when you see the same shit happening, because they caused it. Like if you cause a sell-off at this strong resistance and it creates a pattern and you recognize that pattern, you're going to trade that every time you see that pattern. Not realizing that you the person that caused it. You retail traders, like you the reason why I sold out right here, because it did it before. And people like to follow and they like to repeat. It's easy to repeat the same thing that happens multiple times. Don't go against the grain, all type of shit. We can analyze and chart on the beach. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. And you might get a good 5 to 10 minutes to do that. After that, there's gonna be somebody want to throw a football at you. Somebody gonna want to go on the jet skis. Somebody probably gonna throw you a nice little drink, some fruit. Like you're gonna get distracted. You're gonna definitely get distracted. You're gonna get hungry. Like it look nice, but I don't think I could trade on the beach. Give me like a beach front condo. I'll rock with that. But yeah, so we got that. Market still selling off. That'll be crazy if we start to respect this range now, like after all we've been through. All we've been through. I just don't like this. Let's see. Okay, we got that. See that. That's it. What about over here? I can see that. Something like this. I never heard it broke out the way it's there. Makes sense. Just line it up. This makes more sense. That better. So based on that, X marks the spot. If you look at it like that, because we ride this trend. This level is straight. Look at the top, February 2023, trade down 2024. This touch, break, break, this kind of little touch, that touch, all this consolidated area, that touch, and then coming right back down to the X kind of monster spot of where the consolidation starts. I like that. I like that. I like this. That's better. That's what a consolidation is. X monster spot. I like that. So with that being said, we have a trend line down here that we can mark. So this would be the bullish trend line that was holding. So if you look at it, you'll see we got bullish push, bullish push, the initial bullish, bullish breakthrough, now resistance, break back above. Then if we bounce, it's going to be a bullish continuation. And we are out of that range. Now that's that. Let's see if we have another one. Because I know this rejected heavy. And it rejected off a trend line, but I didn't like that trend line. I didn't really like that one. Like when it's uniform, not just because it looked good on my charts. So with that being said, I guess I could draw another one from here. Maybe capture here. I'm gonna go with that so far. Even I could have put it on this week, but this is what I mean by uniform. The fact that I put it on this high that was created on May 6th. See, we get this wick touch, we get that touch. And then as we break through, we get a touch right here and a strong breakthrough. Like that's uniform. Putting up here, we just are not outline, even though in the future that area could be respected. And if it does, we'll replace the trend line and let it ride. But as of now, this is the uniform line that we're talking about. So yeah, it's a lot going on my charts. I already know. Let's see if I can take some stuff off because there's a lot. But it's important shit. That was the high. The reason why we in sales. And the reason why we might be buying back up. So I'll keep that up. This is the first week yet on AU. I'm going to keep that up. We got the Trump. Let's make this green. Previous weekly high, purple. Previous weekly low. 50% of that range previous week. We got liquidity. Old daily gap, something we was fighting for around after we realized we were in sales. It kind of hovered around there. Then we sold out to the pandemic daily gap. So yeah, everything can stay. Probably just won't be so ugly. Make these smaller. Kind of liquidity range. Just look at the 4 hour. We're still selling on AU, so that's good. Like I said, we got this trend line we can touch right here. We got an entry, so we're gonna monitor that. Gold is still pulling back in sales. I thought we were gonna engulf this in like a 1 hour, maybe get this bearish engulf. I don't like how I didn't pull back and sweep in liquidity though. So this engulfing maybe to entice people for sales, fill this wick, maybe another sweep and another bullish push. But I don't like we did. We could have easily swept liquidity up here, way up here in London, New York, which is sold off, actually creating double highs. So we got bullish liquidity up here. So something we can reach for and push through. AJ, looking at the 4 hour from the larger scale. Still kind of holding support at 92.05. Or 92.1 to be more specific. Breaking highs, that's a good thing. I believe we break above 93.20. It should be good. And then again, we need to break above 93.80. And we should be good on buys for AJ. EU. If you cut sales on Monday or Sunday, late night Sunday, looking for a rejection, you are in a trade. Now, granted, it's looking kind of iffy because this fall would need to continue low. It would look like it could be a sweeping type scenario. Same thing as this did. See how this little structure was built in these smaller 4 hour candles. You got to realize these are 3 4 hour candles, but there's also 16 1 hour candles. So that's a lot of liquidity right there. We sweep it, trade back down. Same thing, 2 candles, 8 1 hour candles, sweep it, could be trading back up. I don't know. Got a lot of rejection here, rejection. We build in bullish momentum. Go high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high. So that is in effect. So if we sweep this could be a buy for EU. UJ. Dollar is going long, UJ is going long. So EU, if that is to be true, to go long, that means this needs to be about to turn around UJ, because UJ follows the dollar. The dollar's going up, EU is going down. But for us to be sweeping and going up, that means the dollar would have to go down. For us to go up, that means UJ would have to go down. Is it at a point where it can turn around? Yes, I mean, it could keep going at 145 flat. We got support here, broke, turning to resistance here. So it could come up there and reject, but we got a lot of little liquidity right here. I see these little wicks, rejection wicks right here, rejection wick right here, rejection wick right here. So it's sweeping that, having a little struggle to continue higher, but UJ could be a continuous buy, not by much. I'll say from here. Just the pips, 59, 60 pips we got. Not a lot for UJ. 100 is something UJ could do. So 60, probably could grab but a good 25, 30 out of that on a smaller time frame. So let's see what the 1 hour was looking like. Got a bullish engulfing. That could have been an entry, even though it's at a high. We was looking at 45. Was that the same? Yeah. So we're looking at it to 45. Let's look at the smaller time frame, 15 minute. Same bullish engulfing. Didn't sell off as much as I wanted to. We got another bullish engulfing. I guess it would keep breaking these highs. We could trade up to this 45, 60 pips. That's crazy. That's 60 pips. That don't look like it. Or AU, that would have been like 8 pips. Okay. So we do have another bullish engulfing on the 15 minute. I really do see some highs break and a continuation for me to get into buys on UJ. Right now, even if you're looking at the square of, that this is pre-London, so this is after hours, London closed. You see the consolidation right here. Similar to this consolidation. We broke to the upside, so let's see if we continue that trajectory. I would say for sure taking out these highs, so 144.4. 406 to be exact. Getting buys and ride that up. GJ. Unless we get a big rejection on the 4 hour. If that engulfs, that'll be sales. EJ, similar thing. Get some rejection from the top, that engulfs, we can sell. Bitcoin made a high of 112. Look at that. Look at that high right there, 112 to the T. It's crazy. It is crazy, but we're calling 127. We're calling it. We're calling it. One second. viewed it that whole time? I'm not really saying too much about it, but looking at the weekly, the previous week bought up, didn't take out any highs on that bullish push. This current week did take out the highs, but we're selling. Look at the dollar. The previous week sold out, didn't take out any current lows. In the current week, we swept that, still didn't take out any current lows. So we possibly, looking at this, have more selling to do. Question is, how high are we going to push up for our sell position on AU to work before we start turning around? And this is the end of the month, so we got that to be, we got to think about that too. Daily already passed previous daily high, kind of eating up that range. It's unsure how high we can go. But based on this weekly, I do see that we've been going up for the past these 4 weeks. And we just ate all that up in one weekly candle. So looking at it like this, I see what's the move. The only question is, how far will we sell off? And I'm thinking if we look at the, because we don't really have a lot of market structure on the dollar. So if I'm looking at AU, I would say would be this bottom range of this trend line. And what the hell is that? Look a little better. So yeah, this trend line we can touch. Look at the target. Let's see right now. That area is looking like a 64.25. So like I said, it's 64.35. We still got 10 pips to get there. And don't look like we're struggling to get there. Looks like it's going to be with ease. So we're going to monitor that. I said I do have an entry down here at 64.20. And on the charts, that would be right here, 64.20. But other than that, that's probably about time. We're gonna wrap this up. The market is coming to a close. I'm sure what's gonna happen next. But yeah. Definitely says. So yeah, as far as for AU, we're gonna see how we reject up this trend line and possibly maybe get me into my buys. Like I said, if we attack these lows, looking at on the daily, if we break below these lows, and I'm probably gonna get out of that buy and just wait for another setup. Because who knows, we could be attacking the previous weekly low. There's another trend line here. that we can bounce from. This is pretty much dead because this trend line would be the bearish. That's why I got it red. Every time it bounces, we should sell, bounce, and vice versa. Every time we should test this, we should go up. So I'm expecting us to bounce from that and not come all the way down to the previous week. So we should be good. And we'll check back. Why your windows up? Wow. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. We'll come back, check back this evening, see what's going on. Be back tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock, 8:30.